5-4 that was on Fjords to come up to this match where it's the Mad Hatters versus Centurions. This is the semi-final, and the winner of this match will go through to
the finals.
Will go into the final, and the loser will drop down to fight the winner of the Praetorians and TT for the final spot in the final. I think I said final too many times though, but...
And as we finally get started, and here we have for the Mad Hatters the Thunderstruck, Gatling motor front power meter piloted by Rivenberg with a Gatling flare on the side, and the Needle, also power meter piloted Princess Tutor, Cabinet's Gatling with a bench flare on the side. Go ahead, Llamas.
And for the blue team, we have the Crown Tyrant piloted by Scrimscore. It is a Gatling mortar, interestingly enough, with the Gatling and mortar reversed from what you traditionally see, with the Banshee and flare gun side, and the RAS 9 Barraco piloted by Swordwig. It is a Gatling mortar pyramid, once again with a carronade side and a flare gun.
And it has lost 2 side engines.
Alright, so this is an interesting loadout from the blue team. The
double Metamedian.
Centurions, we've got double Metamedian.
This hasn't been a thing in forever, I feel like. Regardless, they're setting up in this center area, and Mad Hatters.
We've seen double Metamedian flown competitively, at least from my memory, consistently, was back in the Sky League when that was fairly brutally countered by the Mandarin's double Junker. I mean, I don't think since then I've seen double Metamedian brought to consistently, because obviously the weakness with double Metamedian, and especially since the Pyramidian nerf is, well, they're a little bit squishy, and if you can't get the disables, it does make it very difficult. So it'll be interesting to see if the carronade for the Mad Hatters team does give them an advantage, although against Pyramidians, well, we'll see.
But in essence, if the camera does get one disable and one is Parmesan, the 2 Gatlings of the 2 Parmesans combined will still have destroyed the armor by then. So it might be that...
It actually looks like we've had a disconnection from Athena Rave on the Centurions team, because we actually have an AI gunner who is once again the only gunner in this match, because everyone is
they don't have a gunner,
because that's what you bring.
All these engineers, it hurts me that no one wants to take a gun in all these matches. Not even on this mill player.
They're bringing a sub in, and I think the rules with sub are traditionally you have to have the same loadout as the person who disconnected, so that now that Athena's gone, in the 1 minute remaining, it will be interesting to see who the Centurions pull in to bring an engineer. Oh, but this is an interesting match. We've got 4 Pyramidians. We've got 12 engineers. We've got 4 Gatling guns, incidentally. 3 mortars.
All these people just waiting for something to happen. Just this entire palm meeting, just on the needle, no one is moving a muscle, just staring off into the enemy's direction. Oh my god.
Alright, so I guess, as I was saying before, it will be interesting to see if the carronade does give them any advantage whatsoever. They've got a buff engineer with heavy clip Genocide who will be shooting the carronade. Genocide is a decent shot on the carronade, especially with the heavy clip, so if they can get disables on the Gatlings, or even on the mortars of the blue team Centurions, Pyramidians, then that could actually turn the tide of an engagement, which is really all you need. We do
I'm
have an SPQR
thinking
sub in
about
Crane
if
Haven
they
and
shouldn't just.
unpaused.
I'm thinking about if they shouldn't just destroy both motors of these power medians, because there'd be so much
Well, see, the
Gatlings
only
going
problem
on.
with taking out the mortars is that then you're still very vulnerable to rams, and you'll have no armor.
Yes,
So
but you can still fly backwards. You don't have to be ramming them yourself. You can just stay a little bit back
right,
and.
so spots are coming out on the Centurions. No spots so far on the Mad Hatter ships.
Needle going
Now
for
no
it.
spots on the
First
Needle
target.
double.
Needle, no. Double Chen.
Oh no, Genocide only got the snipe on the flare gunner. The armor goes down. Mortars end up taking it out, but the armor goes down. The RAS Iberico. They hydrogen the hell out of Dodge. No one is going to shoot them down. And now it is left with the Thunderstruck versus the Crown Tyrant. However, the Thunderstruck does start with the armor disadvantage because they have the double gunning on the
Why
wall.
is the Thunderstruck is going really low, which gives them hard time arcing their Gatling and mortar upwards because they don't have such good upwards arcs. Why did it go so low?
Thunderstruck did manage to get a beautiful save on the armor there, and now they've just gone straight up.
The other could actually
Looping calmly
potentially-
backwards into their spawn. The Iberico and the Crown Tyrant are pushing. Needle has
Needles.
respawned. It'll be interesting to see if they can turn the tide of this.
Needle is Gatling counted, so if they want to save their armor, they couldn't kill them quick enough, and they'll just die.
Oh, that was nasty. I mean, now that the Needle is all alone, this could end up in a meat grind because, as I said at the beginning of this match, the way that the spawns are currently set up on Duel at Dawn, it is very easy for a team to cap the spawns.
And they seem to be tending to do just that. One time when watching out for a ship to spawn no fish while the Iberico keeps an eye out on the selfish end.
It's not an enviable position. Both red ships have spawn and immediately spots coming out from the Centurions team. Obviously not much chance for buffs. It looks like you've got buffed hull on the Thunderstruck, buffed hull and on the Needle. That's really all you have time for in such short notice until engagement.
And I guess the most important thing against double Gatlings just having above the all and Gatling shots are going out from the front turret. All these focus fires, oh my god, Llamas.
Interesting that they're focusing the Crown Tyrant, but that did work out well for them. Thunderstruck, oh my no, Thunderstruck.
Pacing over them just in time to survive. The last few mortars going out.
Now see, what is especially disappointing for me is that we haven't seen the Carronade used to its full disabling potential. So far, the only thing that we've managed to disable with the Carronade is the side flare gun in the first
Oh, you
engagement.
just saw the Gatling just now.
Well, at the very end of the engagement, yeah.
I guess the Needle is not their first target for the Centurions. They have been going out in the first engagement, they've been going against the Needle and killed it immediately. And when it respawned, it was killed again before it could disable anything, and now this time it was just ignored. And when palm medians don't directly charge at you, disabling of the Carronade can be a little bit harder. Because you have to turn the enemies moving as well, and all this movement can screw it
it's
up,
true.
and you don't have the direct shot in the front guns.
But the fact that they chose to take a Carronade is in itself a gamble. You are sacrificing a little bit of your kill power, in fact, quite a lot of your kill power, in the hope, in the expectation that you're going to be able to get some disable power. And we haven't seen that so far. Regardless of the circumstances, it's not a personal criticism of the gunner, of course. So it will be interesting.
Oh, another
At the
boss
moment they're
getting
pushing
called
in
out.
the Thunderstruck. Is
Oh, the Needle's
very-
pilot actually disconnected, so it couldn't pull back.
Oh no.
However, even though the referee said that there is no pulse, Centurions are offering them to pull back. I guess. I'm not really sure what's happening. Yeah, I mean, they do
Connection
send
issues.
out the
Wonderful.
Caronet's Gatling one out first to get the disable the need. But as we've seen in the first engagement, if they go too far forward, they will just get destroyed before they can disable anything.
It's a tricky situation. The Thunderstruck only needs a single mortar to take it out, with the Pyramidian's low perma health, so
Personally, I would have seen
it's difficult.
more
Who
fish.
shot that flare gun?
I think-
Unpause, okay, that's why.
I think just the
Unpaused and
Centurions
reacting
again.
to- Yeah. So I didn't realize we'd unpaused. Spots immediately coming out on both of the Mad Hatter ships. They are backing up.
Yeah, they have lost the momentum of the they had just now. And the Centurions had now enough time to go get potential cover behind the ship, so they were just trying to get a better engagement, but they have the full advantage they can get.
They still
Close.
have a spot on the needle due to some beautiful flares coming out. I'm not sure which team they're from though.
I think the
It
Centurions.
might actually be from the position of them. It wouldn't surprise me if they're from the Hatters themselves.
Okay. Well, if
They
you
obviously
find
do have a flag on the ship.
this flare is really close to the meta, so it could be the could be the both teams fled. Regardless, the Centurions push quite far ahead into the enemy spawn, and there's some kind of standoff going on. Both these teams are a little bit cautious about the first Gatling volley, because whoever shoots the
Whichever
first
ship-
Gatling will be the first target, I suppose.
Yeah, whichever ship breaks cover first is going to have two enemy Pyramidians focusing it down, so both teams are very cautious at the moment, just jockeying for position. Crown Turret is poking a little round to the right. RS Iberico is looking like they're going to rise up.
Yeah, I think Thunderstruck should go higher now. Because if the Iberico does engage, then the Thunderstruck will be a massive deal. I think the Amada is actually going to push a luck against the Iberico.
It looks like they will. The Crown Tyrant is rising up to support his ally if a single ship pushes over that.
Oh, Gatlings
railing, yeah.
out of range.
Here we go,
No.
Needle is pushing. They are seizing their
Get-
fate.
Centurions are in range for the Gatling, shooting against the needle. Thunderstruck.
DM Thunderstruck is coming in with it with the side gatling on the Crown Tyrant. That is a nice split and all the double mortar.
Iberico does manage to survive. Thunderstruck all alone against 2 meta minions.
I'm not confident.
Thunderstruck, where's your hydrogen? You have full balloon health. No!
And unfortunately, that goes the last Mad Hatter ship, meaning the match goes to the Centurions.
And the Centurions will head on towards the finals.
Yep, Centurions are actually in the grand finals. The Mad Hatters aren't out yet. They do have a second chance. They're going to go into the second semi-final against the winner of the losers bracket. Whoever wins that will then fight the Centurions in the finals again. So we might yet see a Mad Hatter Centurion final.